La Liga Celta Vigo vs Villarreal. Prediction, Team News, Lineups Preview. Champions League hopefuls Villarreal face a tricky test of their top 5 credentials when they go to Balaidos to face Celta Vigo in La Liga on Wednesday. Marcelino's men have been handed a huge lifeline by the fact 5 teams from La Liga will now qualify for Europe's top-tier competition next season, but this will be a tough assignment given Celta's own continental ambitions. Match Preview. Villarreal are in the driving seat to return to the Champions League after 3 years away next season, starting match day 33 in 5th place. The Yellow Submarine have a game in hand over their closest challengers Real Betis, which will come at home to Espanyol at the weekend, in the only La Liga game taking place alongside the Copa del Rey final. Marcelino will hope his men can prepare for that with a solid performance on the road here, and ideally extending their current 4-game unbeaten run, which was kept intact thanks to a 2-2 draw with Real Sociedad at the weekend, but they will have left feeling disappointed not to win. Villarreal led early, then found themselves 2-1 down, before Ios Perez pulled them level on the hour mark, but they then had 2 goals disallowed following VAR checks, including a potential 96th-minute winner from Eda Young. Those dropped points can be forgiven for the fact they won away to Betis last week, but with favorable fixtures on the horizon to finish the campaign, playing 5 of their final 7 matches against bottom-half sides. The Villarreal faithful will be in expectant mood of returning to the Champions League. The additional Champions League spot, as well as the fact Barcelona and Real Madrid will compete in the Copa del Rey final, is also excellent news for Celta Vigo, who could capitalize on that to qualify for Europe for the first time in almost a decade. Celta were regulars in Europe at the start of the 2000s. But since 2006 to 2007, they have only had one continental campaign to enjoy, so manager Claudio Giraldez will hope he can be the man to change that. Los Celestes remain well placed to compete for 7th and 8th, which will grant a Europa League and Conference League spot to 2 clubs next month, but the battle for those positions is incredibly tight. Celta start the upcoming game week in the Conference League position, 1 point behind Mallorca, 1 point above Real Sociedad, and 2 points clear of Rayo Vallecano and Osasuna, in a race that is almost impossible to call. Those hopes took a blow at the weekend though, as Celta surrendered a 3-1 lead to lose 4-3 away at league leaders Barcelona. Borja Iglesias's hat-trick had Celta in command just around the hour mark, but Barca pulled level with 2 quick-fire goals shortly after, before Rafinha sank Giraldez's men with a 98th-minute penalty at Montjuic. That result illustrates where Celta have struggled this season, because only basement boys Real Valladolid and relegation candidates Las Palmas have conceded more goals than their tally of 49. Despite their position up in 8th. An 8-game unbeaten run that saw Celta take an impressive 18 points has now been followed up by back-to-back defeats, as they also fell to Espanyol in their last home outing. And the hosts have some tricky fixtures to finish the campaign with 2 against Villarreal next, as well as Real Madrid, Real Sociedad and Vallecano, so some big performances will be needed if they are to secure a top 8 spot. Team News. Celta are set to be without Karl Starfelt once again, after he was forced off inside 15 minutes of the defeat to Espanyol, before missing the trip to Barcelona, with youngster Jones El Abdellaoui being their only other absentee. Spain international Oscar Mingueza has played a huge role in Celta's success this season, contributing to 9 goals from full-back, which is as many as he had recorded in the previous 4 seasons combined, in a total of 105 matches. Mingueza and his fellow defenders will have to keep Perez quiet in the Villarreal attack though, because with 14 goals this season, he is enjoying his best ever top-flight season across his career. Perez's form has come at the right time, with Gerard Moreno still injured in what has been a very frustrating season for him, playing just 14 La Liga matches this season. Alex Baena, Ilias Akamak, Tajan Buchanan, and Raul Albiol are also missing with injury, while Sergi Cardona and Pape Gay will miss this fixture with suspension, after both being booked against Real Sociedad at the weekend. Celta Vigo possible starting lineup: Guaita, Rodriguez, Lego, Marcos Alonso, Carrera, Beltran, Sotelo, Mingueza, Iago Aspas, Borja Iglesias, Gonzalez. Villarreal possible starting lineup: Junior Reis, Kiko Femenia, Foyth, Costa, Pedraza, Pino, Parejo, Cumsana, Denis Suarez, Ios Perez, Barry. We say, Celta Vigo 1-1 Villarreal. Celta have been one of the best clubs at home in La Liga this season, taking 30 points from 16 games at Balaidos, and they should make it equally as tough for Villarreal here as they did for Barca at the weekend. The visitors are also in fine form though, going unbeaten across their last 4 games, in what should be a close encounter between two clubs chasing a return to the European stage. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.